Hi, and welcome to this new tutorial. And today I want to cover a topic I've covered in one of my previous video, and it's a pickup machine. If you missed that video, check it out. It's on the playlist of all the tutorials. By the way, I've ended up with this setup because I was looking for new ways to stack loops. And let's listen what I have here. Nothing too special. This is a demo session for the sake of this tutorial. And in track 1, I have a kick. In track 2, I have this. Track 3, the open hat. And track 4 is the 303. So basically 3 sample tracks, and the 4th track is a true track, which contains the 404 in the AB input and the 303 in the C and D input. Basically, nothing too strange right now. The bass line is sequenced by the Octatrack on track 1. So this is it. Okay, now let's talk about track 5, 6, and 7. I have here a pickup machine, actually 3 pickup machines, and the basic concept is to create stacks of loops. When I was working on this concept, it came very fast in my mind, the idea that is a good setup also for live set. Track 5, it's a pickup machine, and it's listening to the Q output. The length of the recording buffer is 32 steps, and the most important thing is to set the quantized recording. This is a thing that is important to me and for my usage of pickup machine in this particular setup. You can also set the trig on which setting you like the most, and you can always recording unquantized, but I tend to use a quantized recording because in my usage I want perfect loops. The basic concept now is to, maybe let's mute 2 hats, and since this recording buffer is listening to the cue, every track I will cue will be recorded, and I want to cue the bass line. Now I activate the recording, and now it's playing, but it's playing this sequence here. And this is because I not only set a couple of effects here, I have set a couple of LFO, and one is on the bass filter, one is on the pitch, a little bit of wobble, and one is on the volume. So without any modulation, and pay attention to that. Now it's not playing because every time you are stopping the playback, you are stopping also the recording buffer. So in order to activate again the last recording, you have to press this, setup 2. Without any modulation, and now I have created a little loop underneath the bass line. Now let's record it again. Let's erase the buffer. Let's try again. Oh, we have to stop the now it has recorded nothing because this is not on cue. So let's redo. Here we go. Now, on track 6, I have set a pickup machine with a length of 16 steps that is recording the Q, okay? Same thing, Q rack 16. So every time I hit the recording buffer, the recording trig, sorry, every time I press the recording trig, it wait 16 steps and then start the recording quantized. So let's do it again. Let's redo this buffer here. Yeah, and let's do the same thing. Now I want to cue this track here, and we can leave off the cue this track, or maybe leave on. Let's leave on. Now this is sounding very differently because I've set the pitch to be an octave up. The direction of this pickup machine is back and forth. Here I have also some modulation on the amp, on the comp filter, and on the delay send. Here I have a comp filter as an effect. And I have created a loop. But there is another track, the 7th, which is a pickup machine, but it's for the 404. Now, here I have different kind of loops. This is the project I'm using for my new EP, so there are a lot of loops and sequence and stuff like that. But let's stick with, I don't know, with this one here, okay? The concept here is to have a looper that is recording what I'm playing live or adding stuff live and things like that. So let's reactivate. Now, this pickup machine is connected to A and B directly, so it's not recording the cue as other pickup machine. And of course, we can now I have set some delays. And you can continue like that. I don't know, maybe. And this way you can build a lot of tracks on the fly. And this is the part where it came clear to my mind that this setup can be used also in a live situation. And it's really convenient because you can change off the fly all the sequence, all the stuff. And if you are setting the proper scene, you can change the sequence without any notice. So let's reactivate. Now, I want to record on the recording buffer all the cue track. Now, also the ESP is queued. And I have here a scene where we are listening only the recorded track. I've mute, okay? And we are here in the recording. I leave off the recording all the rhythm part. And now I can easily maybe change the sequence on the MIDI part. I don't know, maybe we can also add some strange thing. I don't know how will sound this thing, but anyway, doesn't matter. And you can, of course, do it again from the start. It's cute, so let's record. Let's record the Q track. It has recorded also the SP because it was queued. So, okay, no problem. We are adding track 6. And you can build entire tracks and entire live sets only with this setup. I will work more in depth on this setup here because I found this concept really interesting, and it gives you the freedom to change stuff on the fly and record, resample and mangle really this thing on the fly. And this is only one pattern in one part, so you can expand this whole setup with 4 parts per banks. So there's a lot of possibility in this little starting of this bigger setup. I will work on that during the next times. One thing you have to be aware of is that when you are using the pickup machine, you can encounter some problems, especially the overdubbing not possible. Check this. Now, this is recorded, and usually if I want to overdub, I have to press Rec 1. So let's restart the, right? Check this. I can't overdub, and that's because I mangled with the pitch, the direction, and into the Octatrack you can't overdub where you are using this option. On track 5 you can overdub because it's on a standard state. Pay attention to that and keep that in mind. You can't overdub also if you have the standard settings, but the Octatrack is slaved as a MIDI clock. This is it for this little tutorial. I hope I give you some new ideas for sound design on one side and live set on the other side, because these are the 2 things I do the most on my machine: going live and working on sound design and new loops, new wave of using the Octatrack, because it's a never-ending working machine. If you need samples or mixing and mastering for your tracks, just check my Gumroad page. And thank you for watching. See you next time and have a nice day. Bye!